Welcome to the No Says CHISMOSA podcast, where we are.
She's like, worker.
Chismosas. You know, everybody has a little chismosa in them. So here are. I'm so sorry, I don't know how to talk. Here are.
I'm not a he, I'm a she.
We are two chismosas, okay?
And so are you.
On the low. So our podcast is just gonna be about.
Podcast.
I'm so sorry, I don't know how to talk. It's gonna be about like just what's going on social media. You know, there's always something going on. Gypsy Rose out of jail. These families breaking up finally.
Shawty and Juanito are back on their
thing. So there's just always something going on. We're also gonna talk about like real life stuff. You know, we've been through
family,
friends, heartache.
Yeah.
You know, just a bunch of things.
Yeah.
Pets.
No, literally. Pets,
but yeah, we're just gonna shoot the shit. Is that how they say it?
Yeah, that's how they.
That's pretty much what we're gonna do. So today we're just gonna do quick hot topics on what's going on.
Kind of like rapid fire a little bit.
Yeah, just quick. You know. But before we do get into that, quickly, I am Jenny.
And I am Maria.
And yeah, those are our names. And here is our podcast. Welcome everybody. We are gonna do this weekly. We're very excited. We've been wanting to do it. Because whenever we're like on the phone talking, we're just talking
in general. I'm like, these are just I think it's just also fun in general to hear people talking about topics that are happening now, to hear what they're thinking, right? So then you talk about what you're thinking, because I feel like I always want to know what everyone's thinking on certain topics.
Yeah, I just want to know what everyone's doing too.
Yeah, because we are at the end of the day chismosa.
So we are always talking about something. Even when we're like having dinner, we're just talking and talking. It's crazy. So we decided, let's just finally do this
Hit
podcast.
The record button and let everyone listen.
Because I mean, we've been wanting to do this for the past like maybe a year and a half, but we just never do it. And today I was like, you know what? Let's just do it. Who cares? 2024. Who cares? Do you do what you want? Right? Oh. Anyway, first topic of today is Miss Gypsy Rose. She's out of jail.
Yep.
Free, living her life.
Of charge.
Famous now. She's famousness, which is crazy to me. You plotted your mother's death. Convinced a crazy man to do it, and now you're free and you're a celebrity. Girl.
Yeah, she really is, and it is really crazy, I think, and to know that she is out of jail for being part of a very horrendous crime, and now she's like on every talk show. Everyone and anyone wants to talk to her.
She's on every podcast. She's on every platform. Like, she's on TikTok doing her thing.
Yeah.
And
I just saw today, like, people are making like nails with her like picture on it, like, and wanting to send it to her, and like, it's crazy. It really is insane.
I mean, like, I completely understand what she went through, like all the trauma, all the like,
because it was crazy,
things that her mom
really did put her through a lot, right?
Like they pulled her teeth out,
emotionally, physically, mentally. And verbally and mentally abused her. Like, I mean, she was abused in every way that you can abuse someone, right? And for literally her entire life, because it did start from when she was like a baby, when her mom found out like that she needed eye surgery and stuff, and like that was real. But then after that, it just started getting really, really bad. So, and she did see no way out other than killing her mom.
I mean, like, I get that she went through all that, but when you really see the bigger picture, it's like she's getting all this attention left and right. Like, she's always had the attention, even before when she was a kid, and she was already getting all these free things, you know, like her mom taught her how to
Disney World for free,
like her mom
when
taught her how to be manipulative.
They got a whole house, literally a whole house, because of like everything that her mom did. Like, her mom was like, oh my god, we lost our house in like Hurricane Katrina, and like I'm a single mom and I don't work because I have to take care of my daughter who's disabled and who has like this long list of stuff that's wrong with her. And obviously when you see that, you're gonna be like, oh my god, like
Pobrecita.
Yeah, I feel so bad for these people, like, you know, and those are the stories that people like look for, right? Because then you're like, oh no, there's hope in humanity,
and I mean,
that people are helping.
And I mean, I get that everybody wants to get her POV now that she's out, like what really happened and how were you feeling? How do you feel now? You know, but I just think like to a certain point, it's like when is it gonna stop, girl? Like, good for you, you know, but at the same time, it's like what kind of example for everybody else that has been in her chair, like that plotted something like
that's the thing, right? Like I am a true, I don't want to say fan because like a true crime fan sounds weird, but I listen to a lot of true crime. Yeah, it sounds creepy because it's almost like, yeah, you know, but I have listened to a lot of true crime, and now that you mentioned that, she's doing, I feel, what a lot of people in true crime, like a lot of people who commit crimes, right? She's doing, and she's reached the goal that they've always wanted, right?
To get away with it.
And yeah, I mean, and like, not just get away with it, but become famous and have like a big platform, and for everyone to be like, oh my god, like I want to talk to you and stuff like that. Because there are a lot of people who kill and then they want to be famous and known for it, right? And she was successful at doing that.
Yeah, but I think it's also like,
even though she didn't,
like I said, her mom taught her how to manipulate from a young age. So now she's just doing that, and I get it, like it's sad what happened to her, but I also think like I said, the society we live in, we think everything is funny, and now we're just like hyping her up, like, oh, she's out, you know. But that's just my opinion on it. Like, whatever, she's out, do you, Miss Gypsy Rose, you know. But I just think it's crazy when you really think about it, and
I think they call her like GRB.
On a deeper level, when you think about it, that's just crazy. Like, it's like, imagine planning to kill somebody and then you're just gonna become famous for it. Like, that's weird.
Like, in like thousands of followers and stuff like that. But yeah, and like, but she's out on, and I was telling you this, that she's out on parole, right? And when you're out on parole, you have rules. I don't know what her rules are, and I'm sure the parole board probably was like, hey, you can't do X, Y, and Z. And I feel like maybe she's breaking those kinds of rules, you know. But I don't know. Thing, like, and they're gonna bend the rules. And then the guy, he's gonna file for, I think parole or something like that. I don't know. I'm blanking, but he's gonna file that, and he could use this against her, right? Yeah. He could be like, hey, like, I know I killed Gypsy's mom.
I know
I killed Gypsy's mom, but Gypsy is out here going on these interviews, and why am I still stuck here?
Well, I think it's just gonna be an ongoing thing with her because it's just so fresh. She just got out. She's on, like what she said, I'm on a high right now. No one can bring me down.
Yeah, she says, I'm gonna live my best life.
Go ahead, girl. We'll see what happens in a few months, because
I think that I'm like on the fence about her now, because I keep seeing stuff about her. I keep hearing her talk.
Me saying this, but on TikTok, I'm just reposting like hella funny videos of her. I'm dead. Anyway, that's that on Gypsy Rose. I'm pretty sure there's more things that will come out later about what, so we will like about all these other things. But the next thing is Miss Selena Gomez, Miss Hailey Bieber, and Mr. Justin Bieber.
Can't keep my hands to myself.
We were talking the other day about this because I said, I think I'm becoming a Hailey Bieber fan. And she's like, how could you be? Like, I think Hailey Bieber is such a beautiful girl. She's so pretty.
You also have to realize that Jen is one of these people that if it's trending and popping, she's gonna be on it. Because I used to listen to Billie Eilish when she like first started.
You putting me on
like when she first started, and I was listening to one of her songs, like one of her early songs. I'm blanking on the name, but I was listening to it, and Jen's like, "Why are you listening to?"
Whole point I was hating so on Hailey Bieber
on Billie Eilish when she was just starting out. Then boom, Billie Eilish became so famous, and everyone was obsessed with her. Guess who jumped on that train? And she's always like that.
I mean, I think my personality is very like, it's because like I don't I'm a hater. Just kidding. No, I don't like things at first, and then like they grow on me. Like even people like
yeah, but it's like the thing that's trending is the thing that you want.
Yeah, I am really into trends, but also,
whereas me, I'm like it's trending. I don't want it anymore.
So I'm just very like I'm on trends and all that, and then I guess like things start growing on me after a while. Like I'm not easily attracted to things,
but you are easily influenced.
But I am easily
you know influenced. The influencer, like she will be the influenced.
Yeah, well, I mean, like certain things, like I'm not stupid either. Like there's things where I'm like, okay, first of all,
like the Stanley Cup, like girl,
I did not jump on that. I don't think that one was.
No,
I don't get the hype of the Stanley Cup.
Me either.
Like, girl, I'm good with the water bottle. I don't need no cup. Like
also, like
I mean, save the planet. # save the planet. But I'm also trying to work on my water intake. So
you're only meant to have one cup. Like I've had my hydro for years, and I could not imagine switching it.
Oh, girl, it's time for a new hydro flask.
No, because I
had it for years.
You act like I haven't washed it in years.
Mm-hmm.
It still holds up.
Yeah, no, but I'm iffy about those things. Like, don't you need to switch it up after a while?
Girl, it still works.
Anyway, we're going off track. The whole point is that
Haley and Selena,
like it's either or, right? Everybody's just I'm for them both. Everyone's now,
like Team Selena,
but low key Selena Gomez. I was telling her that I'm like that she's low key a bully. I said it. She's low key a bully. Yeah, no, she is. I think she maybe not a bully, because I don't know her, but she likes to play into the narrative of
she
like
thinks
Hailey
she's
Bieber.
Innocent, but she's not the innocent.
Yeah, clearly, like, and I just think she says like she's such a girl's girl, but I'm like, are you like? You wouldn't be.
Think she's a girl's girl.
Well, I mean, yeah, but
I don't think Hailey is a girl's girl. Hailey has proven time and time again that she is not a girl's girl.
People change. Jeez.
You've had years to show that you're a girl's girl, and still in 2023, she is with women who aren't girls. Kylie Jenner, not a girl's girl. Kendall Jenner, not a girl's girl.
To be honest, I'm just trying to get that Rhode lip gloss.
Yeah, and like I said, you'll probably freaking get a disease or something. You're gonna be having an allergic reaction like all those other people who had a bunch of blisters on their mouth.
But I feel like that's also a hater vibe. Like,
no, because I saw people who were fans of her. They were like, oh my god, so excited. And like then they used it and they're like, don't use it because you probably like are gonna get an allergic reaction like I did.
I'm still gonna try and let you guys know if I get an allergic reaction.
Oh my god.
But I just think she's like on the low. Selena Gomez is on the low also. She feeds into the drama. Like,
I think it's been happening for years, right? And like I say, someone is gonna grow tired if they just like don't say anything, and then they're gonna be like, you know what? It's been so many years now. I'm tired of it. So I think that's what's happening to her.
Yeah, but she can't be like, oh, like, don't be a bully, don't be this, and then she goes on and feeds into like the whole like narrative that she claims it's not true, but then she feeds into it.
I don't think it. Yeah. Okay.
Everybody's trying to be a guest on our podcast now. And we're not letting them, aka my brother and my mom
wanted to be part of it too.
And my girl. Anyway, the next segment, that's my just thing on Hailey Bieber.
Like, did you? I saw. Sorry, that was like very jumpy.
The whole thing she won. Selena Gomez.
Oh yeah, like, that was kind of funny, and I think
keep your trophy, mama. No one wants it.
No one was fighting for him, so there was no competition.
How do you guys really feel though about our man
Blanco? Yeah, because I've seen some people
to each their own.
I've seen some people say like, "Oh, he's not that bad," you know, and then I've seen.
Have you guys seen his TikToks? They're cringe.
They're more than cringe. They're like,
I saw them. I'm like, skip. Don't ever.
It gives like secondhand embarrassment.
It does,
but it also makes you like feel like.
I mean, if my partner would post something like that, I'd be like, don't tag me.
First of all, I don't even know, like, if I don't know if I would talk to someone like that.
Yeah, but that's weird. Anyway, but that's just my thing on her. I just think she low-key feeds into it. What do you guys think? I think she does. Like, everybody, like, thinks that she's so innocent, and I just don't buy it at sometimes, so, especially the way things that she does.
Yeah, but I feel like you was kind of had it out for Selena.
I haven't. It's just like, dude, like, I get it that people jump on, especially online.
On the bandwagon.
They jump on this bandwagon where people hate. I'm just totally the type of person that, in my personal life,
to align with someone more like Haley.
No, like in my personal life, like there's been times where people are like, oh, she's this or she's that, like, you know. But I don't, because they say that doesn't mean that I'm gonna, that's my perception of them. Like, I'm actually gonna
Jen wants to form her own opinion.
Like, I'm gonna go meet the person and form like some type of relationship, and then have my own opinion after, you know. And maybe that's just how you feel about that person, but that doesn't mean that I'm gonna feel that way. So I just think it's that, and social media, like, if like 10 people hate that one person, then it's easier to hate than to be like, you know, I'm cool with everybody. Anyway, gonna get that Rhode lip gloss. Let you guys know if my lips fall off or not.
Next, no lips.
Mood.
That's what I was gonna say. Sorry, that supposedly Haley and Justin are getting a divorce.
Since they got married, they've been trying to get a divorce, according to the internet. So I don't believe it until it's official. With that, that's always a rumor.
That is true.
So next topic is
the girls are fighting. And by girls, I mean cats. And by cats, I mean our cats. Yeah. Outside.
My cat is trying to go outside, but she's wet because we showered her because she ran outside. They're indoor cats, not
That's a hot take also, the fact that you shower cats.
Oh my god, yes! But
we'll save that for another episode.
Yeah.
About pets.
About pets. That should be... Okay, yeah. But the next one is the Ace family breaking up, getting a divorce. And girl, finally, you're out and about. I think Austin is cringe. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I used to watch them.
We used to watch them when they first started out.
Like, every time they dropped a video, like, we would watch them. We would binge watch them. We would like rewatch vlogs, their episode. Yeah. But that was when, like, they barely had Elle. I think
when they were humble and, like, when Elle was like a baby.
Not humble, but when they were
I think they
entertaining.
They were still a little humble. I think. Yeah, they had like a pretty nice apartment, and they didn't really start from the bottom, you know, because they did seem to have money of some sort. Yeah. But they were a little more humble in like the way that they were acting, and they felt a little more authentic, versus now they feel super inauthentic. We all know that they scam people like
No, the man is a cheater, and she stands by that.
Yeah, but they're also scammers.
Oh, I mean, you see, that's the difference. Like, I'm looking at, damn, what a cheater. And she's like, the scamming. I'm like, boy, no, he didn't fucking scam me. No, I know.
It doesn't matter if he didn't scam me. He still scammed people.
Yeah, I know, but like, I don't.
And not just people, like normal people. He literally was like, I'm gonna pay these. He said, I'm gonna pay these fighters to be in like my fight.
My hot take and then they didn't that like it's like
he asked people to do work for them.
Okay, but
then you didn't pay them?
My hot take on that.
Not just that, he was also a horrible neighbor, spilling water, like his pool water.
Okay, but my hot take on that is if you got scammed by him, you're the dummy, because like, you know, what kind of people these are because of all the rumors.
I mean in the beginning.
I mean, clearly they've always been scammers. Like, if it's like you were saying that they still owe money for people that went to their wannabe Coachella or whatever they did.
No, okay, that was like after 5 scams, girl. Now that, because they're getting a divorce now, right? And when they had their Ace Fest, that was supposed to be like Coachella, like a mini Coachella.
First of all, cringe.
Like, I would never hold an event and be like, this is gonna be like Coachella. Like, do you know how much the guy from Coachella makes? He's a millionaire. He hosts this. It's not the first year.
Things like that I don't understand why people even thought about.
Yeah, because if you bought the most expensive ticket, which was like, I don't know how many hundreds, you got to go to their wedding, a fight.
Wedding. You're going to their divorce. That's what you're going to.
Yeah. And like, you're not.
But anyway, I guess my opinion on that is like, finally she's out. I don't think like. Her whole thing too, like her being a mermaid and
but she's like, also a little weird, because also like,
I mean, to each your own. If you think
another thing
that
too,
you're a mermaid, by all means,
bitch, I'm a witch.
Oh, that's not very godly. One sec. took a quick torta break, not gonna lie.
Another torta break.
I don't know what we're talking about. Oh, Catherine McBroom.
Yeah.
They're getting divorced.
Oh.
My only opinion about that is good for her. She got out of that weird relationship. Even the thing she says, like,
isn't it ironic how in the beginning of the episode you're like, I don't understand why people are like, you go girl, break up with your boyfriend.
No, but this, like, I think that was a bad example.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because sometimes you are like, yeah, girl, break up with him.
I think we hype up, like, just dumb,
like, the wrong things
stuff sometimes. Yeah. I think that's what I meant. Yeah. But Miss Catherine McBroom, I mean, it's so clear that there's been so many rumors about him cheating multiple times, like,
and like it with his dad too. Remember,
like, he's like
that was a rumor, like that they would like be having sex with girls together in the same room. Like that's
crazy.
Yeah.
So, and sometimes I'm like, there's truth to rumors, right? Like, that's how I feel sometimes.
There's a little truth in there.
Yeah,
rumor,
like,
I think.
Like, why do people make up rumors? And sometimes I think you do things when
there are crazy people out there though. Like, there really is crazy people, but I think once, like, I think if it was just one girl, you know, I would kind of be like,
like a one-time rumor, but it was multiple times. Yeah.
And not just like with one girl or one woman. It was like with multiple.
But even the thing she's saying now, like, oh, I'm free, like, you know, I can finally be happy.
And she says, like, I haven't been happy for like years.
Which is crazy to say on the internet when
you've been
everybody looked up to you, up to them, like, as a couple and as a family, and like to know that she was unhappy all those years, which was clear as day that she was unhappy.
I think adults can see it, you know. I think,
and just their following is all a bunch of little chamaquillos, so I just think that's even crazier.
Their following is like very, very young, so I think that's
my little 9-year-old cousin is a fan, like, and that just comes to show, like, I like them. Maybe when I was like, how old was I? I was 20 maybe, right? Yeah, but now I'm at my age, I'm like, that's insane. Like, I don't, because I think as
adults now you can like cringe, like, how can you be acting like that?
And just like Gypsy Rose, I think this story is gonna be like ongoing, just because I feel like, on my opinion, their breakup is gonna be messy.
It's a developing thing. Yeah,
they're gonna like start picking at each other. I feel like
Austin more than Catherine. Like, I feel like Austin's gonna come out and make a whole video and milk it for as long as he can, and he's probably gonna bring the kids into it. Like, you know, I feel, because like we saw it with Landon, right? Yeah. Landon was like, he was weird, and he would be like, baby mama reveal on his Snapchat, and he would post a lot of old pictures of Shyla being pregnant, but he would crop her face out, and then he'd be like, tap all the way to the end to see who my new baby mama is.
Some men these days are just crazy. Insane. Like, that's another topic though. But anyway, I think that's an ongoing story. I just thought it was crazy. I thought it was random too. Like, when you sent it to me, I'm like, oh damn, like, they are really getting a divorce. I thought,
because
it was shocking.
They both made statements on their Instagrams, I believe, and then Catherine was making Snapchats. I haven't seen Austin do anything. I don't really.
I think he took some off today, but I don't really like her too much. Like, I feel like once it's like, well, not me wishing bad, but like, I feel like once if it gets crazier, then I feel like I'll pay attention to it. But for now, like, I don't really care what he says. I mean, they broke up, or they're getting a divorce, which was to me just crazy. But that's that. Now, one more topic. Miss Daisy Marquez.
Oh yeah, that
Daisy
was crazy.
Sickle Cell Marquez. If you guys don't know, Daisy Marquez is a YouTuber. She's Mexicana. The only reason why, right? She's Mexicana, I think. Yeah. The only reason why I even know who she is was because she took out a video saying that she had DACA and crying. You know, kind of.
She told her story.
She told her story, but to me, the way it came off, you know,
very dramatized.
As a girl that can relate to being on DACA, you know, like,
as streamers,
like, I felt parts of the video weren't genuine. Like, they were kind of
dramatized.
Yeah, like, and I mean, cool, you know, get your coin. But I mean, I think now she still helps streamers.
She like came out with like she has a foundation, I believe, where she gives you want to think about it kind of like a scholarship, or like, because a loan you would have to pay it back, but these aren't loans.
Whatever, she just
pays for people's DACA thing.
Because like, it could be up to $1,000.
Yeah, depending who does it for you, and like just simply like filing it is $500. So, you know, it does get crazy, and not everyone is able to pay for it to renew it. Everyone has something
and
going
I just
on
think
in their
also
lives,
like,
you know?
I would love for her to, or maybe because I don't follow her, but I think we do need more people to bring like awareness to it. Like, it's not easy being on DACA, you know, like, it's crazy. Like, you have permission to be here, but I mean, you have permission to work here, but like,
someone put it really like I saw a TikTok recently with that trend. It's like, I'm a dreamer.
Oh,
blah, 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 yeah. And he says, you know, he's like, I'm a dreamer. I'm legal, but also illegal. And that's exactly what it is. Like, because you have permission to be here, but to an extent. Right, like I
mean, at the end of the day, all it is, if you guys aren't educated, it's just a work permit. To just a quick summary, it's just a work permit, so you can be able to obviously work here, and also I think go to school.
Yeah, and it's not just simply like work here. It's to be able to work at a good job, and to be able to have a well-paying job with like benefits and all of that. Because
and I think also like the awareness of it is like, people don't know what like having a good job doesn't
it's
mean,
a privilege to,
but even like, it's not such thing as a good job. It's as simple as being able to work at McDonald's. Like, you hear here and there that people, like, you can get with like, you guys know how Mexicans people work. Like, I don't want to say it, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Like, with the
you could just say it.
With the fake social.
There are people who work under the table, and that's because they aren't able to get a work permit, right?
And I think it's a luxury. If you have a social security number, I don't think you realize the luxury you have to be able to just work anywhere. You know,
just apply. Simply, that's the simple fact. To apply to any job.
Our card memory was full.
Our memory disk.
So anyway, we went off topic with the whole DACA thing, but I think
we're passionate about it.
I think we can save that for another video, like just our personal
more into it.
Maybe that can be the next one. Our personal stories about it, you know, just so you guys can get to know us a little bit more.
Right, and we don't want to be hypocrites and be like, bring awareness, Daisy, and then not talk about it.
Well, yeah, not even that. It's just like, I think sometimes we see these influencers and their lifestyle is just completely different from ours. Like, you know, she, at that moment, I think she was already getting sponsors and all that.
Yeah,
like,
and these sponsors, it's like insane how much they ask. Like, there's people who ask for $60,000 just to post a picture.
So like, I think insane. Just from a normal person that I do work a 9-to-5 job, you know, I did have 2 jobs. I've worked multiple, like, I've always been working, you know, and it hasn't always been easy. So maybe we can talk about that next time to get more into it, so you guys can know a little bit more about the struggle, I guess, of having just a work permit. It's not as easy, and it's not as fun,
and it's not as black and white as people make it out.
People think that it's just kind of like, okay, well, you have I remember just quickly someone was like, oh, well, you have your work permit, let's just go to Mexico. I was like, that just to me,
I think people are very ignorant as to what
uneducated.
It is. Uneducated.
Yeah, and then and maybe sometimes, you know, I get it that you haven't gone through it, so how would you know, you know? So I think maybe next time we could just educate more and talk about it. But anyway, the whole point with Daisy Marquez is that Miss Girl here
lied about having sickle cell, which is a blood disease that is very serious. It could cause death, I believe.
Yeah, it's a serious, like, you just need treatment, medication. It's not just like a cold, like she said she thought it was.
Yeah.
And the whole point is that, I guess that has been a rumor forever, that she got a BBL and then lied about having sickle cell.
To cover up
because, I mean, her ass grew within like 2 weeks, like, you know.
Your ass isn't gonna grow that fast.
So, she took out a podcast, and her first episode was bashing her sister. That's the way I see it. She would just bash her sister regardless of what happened.
I don't know. I don't really follow her all that much, but I did see that drama, and that she was like full on saying that her sister is her sister's crazy. I think that she's like a liar, and she was going off
on her sister. So that was episode 1 for her. Not me promoting her podcast. You guys go on TikTok, all the drama's there. And then the second episode was her admitting that she did have lying about having sickle cell because she got a BBL.
Yeah.
And then I just think the way she went about it, like saying like, oh, you know, I just thought about saying I had sickle cell because my fans were asking.
She said that she went to the doctor.
She was doing her BBL.
That's why.
Yeah.
To get her BBL. And then she was like, having a conversation with the nurse. She's like, yeah, you know, I think I've been anemic my whole life. And then the nurse is like, girl, maybe you even probably have sickle cell. And then Daisy says, and you know, I think that planted the idea that I have sickle cell, you know.
Because she said she was worried that her fans, so let's just say that she said her fans.
Yeah, she's like, my fans.
It's crazy to even say
fans.
Fans. I when I hear influencers, they say, oh, my supporters.
Yeah, my followers. You know. I think that is a lot more accurate to say with influencers because
fans. Billie Eilish got fans. Karol G got fans.
Yeah, so these A-list celebrities have fans. They have fans.
Daisy Marquez, homegirl.
As a fan of a lot of people, those aren't fans, girly. Those are your followers and supporters. Yeah.
And I just think she, like, the way she carries herself and the way she just talks sometimes comes across like you're just lying. Like, why are you lying? And that was clearly.
But it also just feels very like it feels like icky. Like, why would you say that? Like, why would you think that it's okay to lie about something so crazy?
And I mean, she got caught on her lie like right away. Yeah. Like, everybody's like, girl, you don't have sickle cell, you got a BBL. And then she even said, oh, they caught me right away. But she kept going with it. Like,
instead of just being horrible.
Like, there's tweets of her saying, I feel horrible, my sickle cell's flaring up. Like, girl, you knew it was wrong instantly, but you kept going. Like, there was tweets after that. And then her podcast, she said, oh, I knew automatically that I messed up. Like, that I shouldn't have lied about that. I mean, but then you continue, right? And I think that just comes to show, too, like, when you lie, it just creates other lies. You just dig yourself. When she could have just said her excuse was that back then, like, BBLs weren't, like, as acceptable as they are right now. But I mean, like, girl, who cares? Like, you got a BBL. And I mean, I think back then it wasn't a thing, and now it's just so glamorized as well. Like, everybody's getting BBLs left and right.
I don't think it's like that. I think that she knew what the hate that she was gonna get, right? Because people are very much like, I think at that era, it was very much like, oh my god, don't get work done, love yourself, hashtag be you, you know? But then...
Our times have changed, Tom.
But then once people started saying, like, no matter how much you say that, people are still going to get work done. People are still going to get surgeries to make themselves feel better. So then it became into the era of, like, just be authentic and be truthful. If you're going to get work done, say you got work done. Because then you're lying about the aesthetic that you're selling. And being like, if you drink this juice, your butt will grow. And it's like fully knowing you got a BBL. And the juice didn't make your butt grow, girl. Like, the BBL.
It was Dr. Suarez in Miami. Like,
yeah, Dr. Miami. Is that what he's called?
I don't know.
I don't know who it is.
But these doctors. But I just think even in that video, she didn't come across genuine. And I felt like she left a lot of blank spaces. And it just made people dislike her even more.
And I think, like, I watched Trisha's podcast.
She talked about it?
Quite often, no. But she always says something that I think is very important for influencers to hear. Because she has been canceled a lot. We all know she has. But I think that she's done a lot of growth and, like, work now. Where she says, I think a lot of influencers nowadays are very scared to get canceled. And that's why they get canceled. Because instead of just being upfront and honest and having to face the repercussions of what you're doing or saying, they're lying. And then the lie.
Well, yeah, and I think that's why, too, like, we decided to do our podcast because I think, once again, like real life stuff that we go through, I just think sometimes we look at these influencers and we want to compare and be like, oh, but they're doing this, you know? But, dude, like, we have real... I mean, they're real people too, but we have these 9-to-5 jobs. Some of us have 2 jobs. The reality is like, not saying that they don't have family problems, you know, but I just think
because Lord knows they do, and they put it on there.
Literally. And I just think life is so different for a regular person like us, you know. So I don't even know why I said all that.
Well, because it's just your point of view is different, and you see things differently.
Oh yeah.
So you almost think to yourself, how could they not see? How could they not see this? But I think that's.
And I think it was even clear, like, I would never lie about my health that way, you know?
It's because different. It's like people lying about the fact that they have cancer and then they don't have cancer.
Like, it's even crazy that you know, like, I was talking with my boss the other day, like, we've all lied that when we call out sick that we're sick. Well,
yeah, and then
when by sick we mean like, oh, we have a cold, runny nose, sore throat, whatever, you know.
And but I would never call in and be like, I found I had cancer, so I need a week off. Like,
no, but there's crazy people that have even lied about people dying.
Oh yeah.
Like when I hear people lie about like that, I'm like, whoa, that's insane. Like, to get a day off, girl, just call out. Like,
and not just that, but I feel like that's kind of almost like bad juju.
No, yeah, because like my boss the other day was like, oh, you know, like we've all lied about being sick, like a cold, to get out of work, to, like, you know, a sick day. And he's like, but it's so funny because sometimes, like, you come back from your sick day and you're actually sick, and now you have to just be at work because it's like, fuck, well, I already lied that I was sick, you know, how am I gonna be sick again?
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's so crazy because it's happened to me where I'm like, oh, I'm sick, and then next week I'm actually sick,
and then you're like, crap, but I said last week I was
sick.
You know, so
it's just like, I don't know how people lie about crazy things like that, even about funerals. Like, I've never ever lied to work that I've done that, and I think I've had jobs where I've always been like, oh, I can't make it, personal problem, you know. But that,
I always prefer to say, like,
I'm not
for personal reasons.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, because that would be, I feel like that's like, if you say it, it's gonna come true. So yeah, I'm very superstitious. So
anyway, back to Daisy. Like, I just can't believe she lied even about the thought of being like, oh yeah, I have sickle cell, you know, just like all like nonchalant.
And then knowing, like, because I would think, right, especially if I had her platform, if I said I'm suffering with something, I know people will relate.
Yeah,
I know that there's people out there that, yeah. And then for me to be like, yeah, you know, like, oh my god, it's flaring up today.
I mean, just like me, like, I follow people. I think now I just follow people that align with my values, that align with the way I think, you know, with things that I want or pursuing. Like, I don't follow like all these. I used to follow a bunch of them. Now I don't. I stick to the ones that I feel like that I can honestly gain something from. Like, you know, there's people that I follow, a lot of women that empower other women. So even to think that one of them is just lying and thinking, like, hopping on a trend of empowered women just to gain following, you get me? Like, I think that's crazy. But
like, pretending to be a girl's girl, but you're actually like,
yeah,
a girl's girl.
And that's the vibe Daisy gives me. Don't know the girl, just my opinion that I formed with all this going on. And even throughout the years, like, I've just, like, you know, seen her stuff here and there, and there's always just drama following her, like, all around.
Yeah, that's
and at one point you have to think, like, why does drama follow this person everywhere?
Yeah.
Like, you know,
it's like Angelina from the Jersey Shore. Sorry, it's because I'm watching Jersey Shore, so I'm all into that. Like, everyone, she always thinks that everyone is the problem, but then she's just like, I'm always in drama. But then I think if she took a step back, she would see that she's a common denominator, so she must be the problem.
That's another topic too. Like, I think that has to do with self-growth
and like self-reflection.
We have so many stuff. I think we've been through life these past years, and it's been really,
we've learned some
eye-opening and really eye-opening. You know, so a lot of self-reflection, self-growth. But we can talk about that too, and I'm excited for that topic. I don't know which one we should do first.
Comment down below what you want to talk about.
What you want us to talk about. Self-improvement.
Because I always love to hear, like we said, people's opinions on certain topics. Like,
because I'm not the same person I was literally 6 months ago. I'm just completely different now. My mind and my headspace, and just even the way I'm trying to carry myself now is just very different. And I think for you too. I think my sister has entered like a new
phase. I think a new phase
in her life. And I'm slowly starting, because I'm more open and she's not as open, I feel.
You can't say that, no.
But I feel like you're more reserved to, like, your stuff.
Yes, I'm very, like, I just love to keep everything, like, private to myself.
But I think that's what I'm trying to say. Like, now I'm starting to see a little different side of you.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
Well, because, yeah, like...
It's literally like a... Oh, I don't want to say its name. What other animal sheds? You know,
crab.
Like, you have different layers.
Maybe
like,
not a crab.
Yeah.
Like a gecko.
I don't know what that is, but anyway,
it's like saying, a little lizard.
I'm just saying, like, a new version.
I'm like a reptile shedding its
skin. No,
skin.
Daisy Marquez making us talk about deep things. I'm dead.
Daisy, maybe you are good for something.
I'm dead, but anyway, that's all about Daisy Marquez. I don't know how her podcast is gonna look in the future, just with these two.
What is her third episode gonna be about? Literally. Oh, doesn't she have a baby daddy? Who, no. Like, she broke up with her?
She doesn't have a baby daddy.
Oh, I'm confusing her with someone else. I'm so sorry. I thought she had a baby.
No.
Does her sister have a baby? You know, I don't really follow these Latina influencers because... And I think that's another topic, too. Like, these Latino influencers, some of them are really great, really amazing, like, cool that you are...
but some of them, to be honest, most of them, like...
You are you cosplay this stereotypical... negative Latino,
like hot Cheetos and
like I only eat hot Cheetos and drink Corona beers and chamoy.
Me
and like I drink like
part.
everything has to have chamoy. You're like or just being like my fingers are red from like chips.
And I think that's true.
Or that the thing too. Like I think that could be another topic. When people...
Guys, we're overflowing with topics that we want to talk about. I'm telling you, like, we really sit down and just talk about all these things,
and we go on tangents a lot. I think
literally,
because one thing leads to another. I mean, I'm sure as you do too.
Yeah.
But like, I think another topic can be like Latino stereotypes or just like Latinos in general, because there are
honestly,
people...
I don't think we have the correct. I mean, yeah, well, there's a lot of like Latino influencers, but I just don't think a lot of them genuinely help the cultura, help the people, you know.
And then it almost feels like they are very much like they gatekeep being a Latino influencer, you know. Like I feel like some of them are like, you know, like a little like fuchi face to other like Latino creators.
I just think now like the trends are like before no one can hear Mexican music. Like it was like, oh, like the word, excuse this word by the way because I've never used it, I've never liked it. The word beaner was like such a like word that was slur, that was thrown around. Like if they heard you hear Mexican music, a corrido. Now like Peso Pluma, Javi, like they're so mainstream.
Karol G.
Well, I mean that's not very corrido. Like that's more like
you're talking about
like you know like it was so hated on, and even wearing a cinturón, even wearing a tejana, even wearing botas, like even looking Mexican was such a big like it was like a. You know, they would throw that word around.
Yeah. But now it's like the aesthetic. Like you want to be...
everybody wants to be Latino.
Yeah.
It's so crazy how times has changed. Anyway, that's another topic. We could sit here forever and talk about all these things. But yeah, that was it for today with all these influencers, girls. Let's not get started with Ariana Grande, girl. Her song,
I watched her music video and I was just like, okay... I don't know how I feel about it because I understand. I just wish that she would say like, "Yeah, I messed up," or at least I wish she could like be upfront and honest and say, "Hey, like maybe the guy told me he wasn't married or that he was having trouble." You know, I don't.
It would be so. Listen, SpongeBob is also up there being famous in that world in the Broadway world. I'm pretty sure the Ariana knew he was married with a child.
That's what I'm saying. We don't know what he told her, right? He could have been like, Ariana, I know I just had a baby, but girl, like, me and my wife she doesn't believe in, like...
Yeah, but as a famous person, like, it's just crazy to me. Like,
but, like, that's what I'm saying. I mean, she just was upfront and honest and said, yeah, I knew he was married, and I still went for it.
She's not gonna say it. Instead,
she's just like, I have no idea.
Instead, she said, I'm gonna say it with... Oh, what does it say? Say it with your chest?
She says, say it with your chest, but yeah, when she had the opportunity to say it with her chest, she said, people just... And then even in her song, she's like, people make up rumors all the time. Don't believe everything you say. Everything you hear.
I'm like everything you hear.
Sorry, everything you hear. And that also tracks because, like, her and Colleen Ballinger, like, besties. And if you know about Colleen Ballinger, she, like... even to this day, she's like, people spread a lot of rumors about me.
Deny.
Girl, there's actual like record hardcore evidence that you were sending
just crazy stuff. Did you guys know about that?
That's crazy.
There's plenty of videos on YouTube about that woman. It's insane. I was never a fan of her, but when all the drama happened, I went on a rabbit hole. Like, and I was flabbergasted.
The fact that she was allowed to do some of the things that she was.
No, she wasn't allowed.
And like that's the thing too that I'm like, people think Shane was bad.
Oh, they had their face.
Girly. Yeah.
Oh my god. But that's that. For this
maybe an episode can be like controversial, like influencers that we watch. Because I know a lot of people don't like Shane or Rylan. I know a lot of people don't like Trish. And so I think that could be a
one thing also is that we have all these really long conversations because we watch different people. Like the people that I watch are completely different from the people that she watches. Yeah. But like I'll tell her about the people I watch, and then she kind of gets into it, and then she tells me about the people she watches, and then
we just keep up, and then we talk about it because we have different perspectives on things as well. So that's what makes our conversations fun.
So yeah, we're gonna have very fun conversations here. Some real life stuff, also some deep conversations that we've had, but we're willing to talk again about. And just life.
Like, my contract allows me to talk about it.
I'm dead. But life is crazy, and life is also really fun these days. Yeah. So we're so excited to be doing this, and I hope you guys come back for the next episode. We're gonna talk, I think, about like more personal things on the next episode. Yeah. We wanted to start this one just with like all these things going on because it's like just crazy to me that all these things are really happening,
and we're only in the second week,
and it's entertaining. Like these are the new telenovelas, like, you know, Ruby and Teresa. Back in those days, I feel like this is the Teresa.
No me voy a quitar.
No vas a arruinar mis planes. Oh wait, I think that's for something else. But anyway, that's it for today. Or tonight, whenever you guys are watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. But yeah, we'll see you guys next time in the No Seas Chismosa podcast.
Keeping Chismosa.
Bye. Am I missing now? Maybe I'll do it this time.
Me, I'm missing these two.
Oh wait, isn't that a sign for something? Oh, I meant bye. I think it's a sign for something when you put your hand down like that. It means that you need help.
Oh, she doesn't need
help. I don't need help. She's like, she doesn't need help.
Me, I'm like,
all right,
I'm stuck here.
Bye, guys.
Bye.